Feels like love, Cupid made a shot.
Hey fam, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe. So we're just going to chemically etch our nails first. I personally just do not like buffing them, so get a primer and chemically etch them for any press-ons or anything like that. So today what I thought I would show you guys is a very simple way of doing some Frenchies. We're going to do some colorful Frenchies using Madame Glam's Pastel Haven bundle. So I'm going to use 5 out of the colors out of there, as well as this beautiful background color. I think it's legitly the perfect like nail bed color. I'm just absolutely loving it. Now this color is from Melody Susie's new what do you want to call it, like flower limited edition box. It is not completely launched yet. There will be a video coming very soon on that, so I'm not going to say too much more about it, but all I do have to say is, oh my god, if you can swing it, get that box. It is the perfect box to have to do Frenchies with. The brushes that come in it are amazing. We're going to be using them today in this. And then this nail bed color, legitly I've used it like 3 times already since I've gotten it in. I'm obsessed with this color, and it has the finest little glitter in it. Oh my god, it's just the most beautiful color out there. It's called P11, but I'm pretty positive you're only going to be able to get this in the limited edition box. So make sure you guys keep your eye out for that video. It'll be coming out very soon, and they'll be available very soon, I believe beginning of June, on melodysusie.com. Okay, so here we go. So we have all of our nails just ready, our nail bed colors ready. Like, are they not just gorgeous? Oh, I love that color, frick. Okay, so let's start with, I picked out 5 of the colors out of the 8 that came in the Pastel Haven collection. So I'm going to kind of just show you how I do Frenchies. Now, I'm not the best by any means, but I thought this way, honestly, is quite easy. So what I'm going to do is put a line directly crossed to where I want my Frenchie to kind of start and end. So, and also put a line down the middle. Now, in all truth, I really don't think the line down the middle really makes sense or does anything, but I like to keep that as my, honestly, like my center point. So I kind of know my little swoop is not going to go kind of past that. But to be honest, I don't think you absolutely need to put the line down the middle. Now, what I do like to do is just put your line across and then swoop up on each side. And I don't know, guys, I find it works pretty easily. Now, these brushes are an absolute must. I love this angle brush. It works beautifully for Frenches. It just kind of angles right where you need it. Again, this is why that little limited edition box comes with these brushes in it, and oh my god, for the new color in the brushes alone, I would buy the box. It is like a must. But yeah, so in these, what I'm going to do is go ahead and also tighten up my line a little bit now once I've had like my first base down. We have not cured this yet. This is where you want to take your time and try to just kind of perfect it a little bit. Now, these brushes are quite fine, so it's really nice to go in and just tighten up that smile line. And again, like, take your time. This is pretty real time for me. I did speed it up just a smidge, but to be honest, guys, like, take your time in doing this, and I feel like it just makes it so it's less stressful on yourself. Don't think you have to go fast. A lot of YouTube videos are sped up, so it looks like we do stuff really fast, but we speed up the video for you guys so it doesn't take as long. Oh, I do apologize for that. But this whole video, I think to do this whole set took me just under an hour and a half or so to do this whole video. But now I've gotten the video down to 11 minutes, right? So please know that with YouTube. Okay, oh yeah, I do want to say quickly, with doing these Frenchies, I found the easiest way to clean up is with a oval type of brush. So get a round brush. I think the one that came in this little box, again, the whole little kit of brushes came in it, and it was like, I would assume it'd be their gel brush is what they're going to use it for, but it is like the perfect cleanup brush for Frenchies, because an ovaled brush or a rounded out brush will just clean the oval line of a French. I'm sorry, I'm like terrible at describing this. I hope that just by watching me you'll get a better understanding of what I'm doing. I guess I'm bad at describing. So the oval brush actually really does help, or the round brush really helps for the cleanup around for the smile line. So again, straight line, swoosh up by your end, right? And then do it on the other side. Go ahead, you could start at the top and then swoosh down. And I don't know, guys, I found it worked really well. I did the Frenches on my right hand, as you see here, and that is my non-dominant hand. for me to work on with my left hand, to work on my right, and using all the brushes in this kit really helped me be able to achieve this. And again, once you get your foundation, your lines down, now you can use the brush of the gel polish bottle if you like, and that also helps just to go in, and it kind of, you already have your guidelines, so now you can just fill it in. And because these are syrup gels, and I kind of want these Frenchies to be quite opaque, so I am going to do 3 layers. Now with doing that, I'm using the product very thinly. I do not want to bulk up these nails at all because that's a lot of layers down at the tip of our nail now. If we do 3 layers of the color, look at that, beautiful. Oh, and always compare it. So we have our first one, go back and compare the second one to your first nail. And that's the easiest way to get them to match up. Okay, so again, working with this, cure in between each layer, and then again, I'm working very thin because I want this not to be bulky, but I want them to be opaque. If you work thinner with your products, you can get the same achievement that you want. You can get the opacity from it without it being really bulky. So that is what I'm doing. I do my gel polish to get a little bit, sorry, the gel polish out of the bottle, brush to get a little bit more product on it. But when I do not want a lot of product, I actually will just put a little bit of product on my palette and use this little angled brush. This angled brush is beautiful for Frenchies, and I can control the amount of product a lot easier than from my from the brush from the bottle. So I do find that this helps again to kind of do your first and third layer, but I don't mind using the gel polish bottle brush to do the second layer. It just gives it a little bit more product on there. But oh my god guys, I absolutely love the way that these came out. They're so cute and they're pretty simple to do. I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it. I really think the line across helps tremendously. Like that helped me so much to get the hang of doing it. And then just the 2 swoops. Again, the line down the middle, I guess it's like my, I don't know why I really do that line down the middle. I don't think it really does anything for me. I've seen people do it differently where they match up the line to each side and kind of do it curved like that, which you can do. But honestly, I found the little swoops was a lot easier for me to do. But then I also do the line to make sure I'm not going any further down. So, does it really make sense? It doesn't. Honestly, you don't need the line, in my opinion, to do it this way. But I don't know. I keep putting the line there because I feel like I have to. But honestly, you really don't. As you see, I just swoop into my straight across line. And then from there, I feel like I get like the perfect little roundabout, I guess you would say, or rounded out area as the French would be. And guys, I don't know, I personally think that this works quite easy for me. And like I said, if I can do it, trust and believe you can do it. My skills at drawing and hand painting are not that great in my opinion, and Frenchies are not freaking easy. Oh my god, but these Frenchies I honestly felt so easy. Like this was such an easy way to do it. It was a little bit more difficult obviously doing it with my non-dominant hand. That was a whole different story, but it honestly wasn't that hard either, not with doing the same technique, and using these brushes truly did help me. So if you can, I would definitely recommend grabbing these brushes. Just get the little kit from Melody Susie when it comes out. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Okay, so now that I've shown you enough about how to do the basic lines of them, and again, I think if you just watch me rather than listen to me, you'll probably get it a little bit better. I'm just terrible at describing it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I thought I'd add a little bit more pièce. I'm just going to put each of the colors that we've used for our French down on a little palette, and then I want to just incorporate more color onto the nail, but in such a subtle way, but also it'll just tie in all of the colors together. I thought it was such a cute little concept. So once I get all my colors down on my palette, I am just going to grab a dotting tool, and again, that also comes in this brush set. It is the bottom of a couple of these brushes. So again, if you can get that little thing, I think it's just kind of a cool little kit to have, in all truth, to be able to do Frenchies with. So I'm just going to get the dotting tool at the end, and then I'm just want to put 3 dots of the opposite type of colors. I do not want to put the same color that I have on my nail, but so with your dots here, I just wanted to put somewhat even. They're not going to be perfectly even, but as even as I could get it, dots. Now be careful with doing this because I did find some of my dots got a little thick, and you want to be careful like this. That's a little too thick, because what can happen, luckily because these are syrup gels, it did not happen with these gels, but if these gels were very, very opaque, like some of Madame Glam's cream gels are very opaque, you can run into what do you call it, like wrinkling, I guess you would call it, where its polish is just too thick for the light to penetrate through it. So be kind of careful when doing the dots. I would much recommend doing 2 dots, like do your dot, and then if you have to go back over it to get it the more opaqueness, if you want it to really be pigmented, do it that way. Like I said, luckily when doing this, these are syrups and they did cure beautifully, but I know if they were Madame Glam's regular cream gels that they would definitely probably wrinkle, because they're just so opaque that it's hard for the light to penetrate through that much product. So be very careful when doing that. Like I said, I'm not showing you the best example because I know that would happen probably otherwise, but because these are syrups and they're a little bit more transparent, the light didn't have any trouble penetrating through them, so that did work in my benefit. But from experience, I know that if you go too thick, you can get a little bit of wrinkling. So I'd recommend just doing 2 layers, like do your dot and then just go back over with your dotting tool in the same color. And then that way you would still get the same opaqueness, but you'll avoid any wrinkling from in your light, right? And then this is it, guys. I love them. Guys, I love you so much. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Make sure you like this video, share with a friend, and hit that subscribe. All right, guys. Love you guys. Bye.